Oh my gosh. Hey friends, Diane Michael, Callan Group Communications, the day after Hurricane Helene, and I wanted to get this video out right away and this blog because hiring vendors after a storm is so important. It's always important to have a good Rolodex of vendors, whether you're a homeowner or whether you're on an association board or you're an executive or a manager in an office, and you have to have landscaping, you have to have roofing, you have to have plumbing, you have to have pool people. So I wanted to just share with you some really simple tips for working with vendors and how to be a good consumer and hire the right people. So the first thing I always recommend to people is to read their Google reviews and start with 1 star and go up. Now, we all know that disgruntled employees, we know that unreasonable people will do reviews. If they're not a helper, they're a yelper. But that's okay. I got that from Cody Sanchez, I think. Somebody. Anyway, so I thought that was really cute. I wanted to use it and I just did. So it wasn't mine, but I thought I should use it. Anyway, we all know that there are people that are just really angry, but then we all also know that some businesses just really are not good. They're bad actors. And so you want to make sure, especially on storm type of commercial commercial businesses like roofing companies, you really want to do your due diligence and read all the reviews and really get an idea and a landscape of who you're dealing with. So read 1 star reviews. We understand consumers are educated, and so check their reviews and see how they respond to the reviews. Are they defensive? Do they appreciate the feedback? All that. Next thing you want to do is look up that business on Yelp, because Google has certain policies about what reviews can be published and what can't. Now, if you don't know those, you can get your review removed. And Callan Group Communications does it all the time for clients. Unfortunately, we have clients that get 1 star reviews, and unfortunately, fortunately, we always research the case. We always research the case to see, are they acting in good faith? Is this person giving a review that is valid? But then also, are they being unreasonable? And we fight or we dispute those reviews on Google. So Google is, there's many different policies. I recommend for you to review those. But on Yelp, Yelp is known for just kind of allowing everyone to complain. So even though that's a place where people might, really complain, and it may also be a place where you can get a picture of what this company does. The next thing I recommend is to go to sunbiz.org. You're going to want to search the company's name and see who is running the company and see who the principals are. I actually had a really bad situation with a client who, didn't pay their bills for 3 months. I haven't had that happen in over 10 years. So it's a sign of the times. Well, anyway, I went to sunbiz.org and I looked up the company name. And the guy that runs the company, his name isn't even what his name is. Whatever. Anyway, but that opened up a whole can of worms, because then I was able to look up his name on public records and find judgments and liens and just all these things that are really, really bad. That I should have reviewed before taking them on as a client. And then just really ask them, hey, if I can find this, so can people, so can consumers, so can your clients. So explain this to us, please, and help us to understand it from a marketing perspective. So you want to look up the business on sunbiz.org, and I'll have a link in the vlog. The next thing I always recommend is going to the Department of Business and Professional Regulation to make sure that they are actually a licensed contractor and don't have any bad reviews on them. There's also a licensing board that you can complain, file complaints. And unfortunately, we have had experiences with past clients that I think that they're going to potentially go to jail. And if we would have looked them up on the licensing board and looked at their past history, we may not have taken them on as a client, or again, found out the story and then decided at that point. A simple Google search of the company owner and principal's names. So go to Google and type in the principal's names. This company that I'm referencing that happened recently, I put in the name I thought, nothing really came up. I put in the name that is his actual name, and all kinds of stuff came up. So I was like, oh, this is a good thing that I want to educate people on as well. Management companies are all over the place. It's very hard for condominium associations and homeowner associations to manage all of the residents. And so these HOAs and COAs hire management companies. Management companies work with hundreds of vendors. It's their toolbox. Is what one of my partners, Lindsay Lombardi with Coastal Living Association Management says. She says, the vendors are your biggest toolbox. And so if you know someone who works at a management company, or if you know a community association manager, a CAM, ask them who their vendors are and ask them who they don't work with. Because usually if someone has done something wrong or is a bad actor, which is the whole point of all of this, is to, weed out the bad actors and give business to the right type of businesses. Because, God forbid, we all just do what we say we're going to do, and then the world would be a better place. So management companies and CAMs are great referral sources on who to and who not to work with. Public records, I go pretty deep now because of this past experience. I'm going deep. I'm going into public records. I'm looking for judgments. I'm looking for liens. I'm looking for criminal records. Like, I don't want to work with a criminal, and I don't want to hire a criminal. I don't want to hire someone, or I don't want to work for someone and have them pay our company money. If they have $1 million judgment against them, that means that I'm way down on the list. So I am not doing it, or I am recommending it rather, to look up public records. I will put the link in, so it's easy for you to just go in, put their name in, and boom, you can see all of, it's a different landscape. It's a different view. Opportunity to get more information and content, get the color of what's going on. You can ask the vendor, what happened here? It's just more informed. I personally, I put in a pool a couple years ago. I didn't do my research on the contractor, even though I have so much experience in the pool industry. I didn't do my research online. I should have. Shame on me. I would highly implore you, do your research. Marketing. Because I run a marketing company, I know that we put out a beautiful picture. We are constantly hyping up our clients. We are posting 25 times a week, daily on Google, on Facebook, on Instagram. We're sending newsletters. We're doing webinars. We are getting the businesses' names out there. And so often I believe that when you see people's names out there all the time, you're like, they must be a good company. Do your due diligence and check and do all the things that I said and question any of it. Even if they only have one star that seems a little suspect, like, for example, hey, you're not paying your vendors, ask them about that situation. They don't have to tell you, but it gives you an opportunity to feel confident about the people that you choose to do business with. Do not get taken advantage out there. Share this message and leave comments on any ways that you also look to do business with good vendors, especially after a storm when people can really take advantage. I hope this helps, and I hope everyone is safe after the storm. Look forward to talking with you next time.